see that I'm actually dancing in here. Soy Capitan. Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. It's News Radio WRVA. My name is Rich Herrera. Yes, that's right. The camera hadn't come on yet, so you never saw me dancing in here. It's Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo. Our thanks to the professor from VCU, learning what Cinco de Mayo is. It's really more of an American holiday than it is a Mexican holiday, Mexican-American holiday, part of just an opportunity to share that culture into the great melting pot of the United States. So grab a Corona, grab a Dos Equis, Modelo, shot of Jose Cuervo. He is a friend of mine. Some guacamole, a taco, chimichanga, a burrito. But don't ask me to order in Spanish for you. I'll just tell you that right now. My wife laughs at me every time I do this. Sometimes I'll feel my oats. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to show you how Hispanic I am, and I'll try to order in Spanish. Hola, me llamo Ricardo. And they kind of look at me like, oh, go ahead. And or just like, spit it out in Spanish. And they'll bring me my dinner. It'll be nothing like what I wanted. And I'll look at, I don't like this. And they go, well, you ordered. And I go, yeah, what did I order? And they'll go, you ordered this. I'm like, no, I meant to order this. They go, then order in English where we understand what you're saying because your Spanish is worse than your English. Oh. My wife will roll her eyes at me, and I'll end up having to buy two dinners because they'll go, no, you ordered in Spanish and didn't know what you're saying. This is what we got. I'm not taking this back because you're not smart enough to order in the language you could speak. So every once in a while I'll do it, and then everyone will laugh at me. I'll go, okay, I'll have a beef burrito, no red sauce, no onions, no salsa. I just want meat, cheese, and sour cream only. Is it spicy? Yeah, it's very spicy. Oh, no, I don't want that then. I don't like spicy. I'll have a ground beef burrito with cheese and sour cream, and I'll have all rice, no beans. They'll look at me like, just go to Taco Bell, pal. Anyway, tonight, Cinco de Mayo. Where should I celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Tell me on the James River Air text line 833-804-1140. Although one of our great listeners told me that I do not deserve to celebrate Cinco de Mayo because he called me a bigot. I'll try to square that one up for you a little bit later. Anyway, 833-804-1140. Some of these text messages I do save because I get a chuckle out of them later. 833-804-1140. All right, let's get to Richmond's morning news brief. Here's all the news you need to know as you start your day. Story number one. The ceasefire is holding up by the skin of its teeth. Pete Hegseth and I think it's Dan Kane, General Kane, are giving their update at the Pentagon right now. We'll eavesdrop in a little bit to see what's going on. Right now, here's what's happening so far. The United States had two container ships that travailed through the Strait of Hormuz, saying that we're opening this back up. The U.S. continues to have the naval blockade of the Iranian ports, meaning no oil's coming in, no oil's going out. The U.S. has decided that we're going to start sending ships through that Strait of Hormuz. We have destroyers, we have carriers, we've got planes, we've got assets. We're pushing through. Last night while we were sleeping, small boats, missiles, and drones attacked two U.S. naval destroyers, two U.S. Navy warships. Didn't really do anything, pushed them away. Also, the United Arab Emirates, remember, they jumped out of OPEC. Tomorrow we're going to talk about what it means that they jumped out of OPEC as far as everything in the Middle East with Dr. Richard Bilas. My mentor is going to stop by the program, but they're now taking fire. Part of the National Defense Authorization Act, the Pentagon's asking for like $1.5 billion. Part of that is to replenish the weapons that they've used so far against Iran, also to help replenish what the UAE has had to use in their kind of mini version of the Golden Dome, and to help Israel with all the attacks they've had as well. Anyway, the U.S. warships are fired upon. They push those back off. CBS News says a sustained action, so we'll see whether this will break the ceasefire. Iran is saying, if you come through, we're going to get you. They held their word there. We'll see how Donald Trump reacts, but this ceasefire is hanging on by a thread. Two 15-point plans were advanced by the Iranians over the last few days, but neither one of those said, we're going to give up our nukes. In fact, they said, let's negotiate for another 30 days and bedtime stories and have ice cream. Basically, was what they had in their proposals. That's a big story of the morning. Story number 2, the judge who is overseeing the case of the would-be Trump assassin who broke into the White House Correspondents' Dinner apologizes to the suspect. That's story number 2.
Number 2.
A Justice Department prosecutor said Cole Allen told FBI agents he didn't expect to survive the assassination attempt. And in an email, Allen said he wanted to extend his appreciation to many people since he will not likely be able to talk to them again. Magistrate Judge Zia Faruqi told Allen he would get him the Bible that he's been requesting. Faruqi acknowledged it is a high-profile case, but maintains Allen should not be in solitary confinement. At U.S. District Court in Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
All right, so here's what's going on. The would-be assassin is being held, but he was being held in suicide watch because he said, I said goodbye to everybody because I never thought I'd see them again. The jailers decided to put him in suicide watch, being watched 24 hours a day. He asked for a Bible. They said no. Under suicide watch, he appears. His lawyer asked that he be taken out of suicide watch, to be given the Bible, and his lawyer actually, I think it was early on, had asked, hey, can you just put him back in general population so he can get a hold, so he can go onto a tablet and be able to email writing to friends and family? The judge says it doesn't seem like he's going to be a threat to himself or anyone else, so he'll probably come out of the suicide watch, and then it'll be behoovement upon the jailers. And again, one of the number one jobs of the jailers is to keep everybody safe, including primarily the people in custody. So we'll see what happens, but it was a very odd circumstance where the judge would actually apologize. Sorry about that. Most important thing, though, is everything has to be on the up and up, so there are no appeals, and justice will be served. That was the second big story of the day. Third big story of the day, well, it's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Today is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. 2 weeks ago, everybody went to the poll on Election Day. Some of us voted beforehand, but Election Day happened, and a new referendum to change our Constitution, to redraw the maps into a gerrymander, took place. But they haven't been certified yet, and we don't know when they will be. That's story number 3.
Number 3.
Well, will you look at me? I have the power!
All right, so we're still waiting to see who's going to get the power. Interesting. Ken Cuccinelli tweeted this out. You know what's the interesting thing about all of this is that there's 3 court cases. Tazewell 1, which is the one that said, hey, listen, you didn't follow any of the procedures. Tazewell, that was before the election. Tazewell 2 after the election. And then John McGuire and Rob Whitman's lawsuit about the maps themselves. Supreme Court has not scheduled Tazewell 2. Does that mean they're just going to work on Tazewell 1 and have a ruling? That's not good news if you're reading the tea leaves for the Democrats, because if they're not even going to look at Tazewell 2, does that mean they've already made up their mind in Tazewell 1 and there's no reason to see it? I don't know. It's all so complicated. It's all so nuanced. And people that are court observers that tell you, I know exactly what's going to go on, have no idea. Anyway, we'll wait to see. We are about 45 days away from the August primaries. They've got to get their act together because people have to file to see who's going to run in which district. We'll wait to see. As soon as we hear, we'll let you know. Here at Richmond's Morning News. Story number 4, Rudy Giuliani had his last rites, and then he bounces back a little bit. That's our 4th story of the morning.
Number 4.
Rudy Giuliani was given his last rites. Announcement on social media, he was in critical condition, wasn't doing well. They gave him last rites. He was on a respirator, and then he starts to recover a bit. They've actually taken the respirator out. So we're still waiting for an update on his health, but after being given last rites, he has the respirator taken off. That's, I think, a bit of good news. But again, we'll wait and see. And as soon as we hear anything, we'll pass that along to you. 5th story of the day. Today is Cinco de Mayo.
Number 5.
What day of Mayo is it?
Cinco.
So Cinco de Mayo already? Oh, yeah.
It's Cinco de Mayo.
Festive celebration of Mexican culture.
Hey, getting ready for Cinco de Mayo?
I am throwing a big Cinco de Mayo party.
Big Cinco de Mayo numero uno.
Also Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I said that.
Did you not hear me just now?
No, that's because I'm already drunk.
Cinco de Mayo.
Drinking margaritas.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
It's showtime!
Philly Cinco de Mayo. One of our text messages said, hey, I'm Mexican. I also wasn't taught Spanish. Yeah, see, you and I are alike. Get your rear end down to Lolita's in Carytown if you want authentic, but a little nicer experience by a local female owner. Place is amazing. They always take a lot of pride in their culture. All right, I like it. Where should I celebrate Cinco de Mayo? 833-804-1140. We also learned that it's more of a American cultural holiday than Mexican Independence Day, which it's not. So you'll learn that this morning here on Richmond's Morning News. And those are the 5 things you need to know this morning to get your day started. Today's program is brought to you in part by Loan Pronto. Did you get that envelope the other day? For the credit card company said, hey, transfer all of your credit card debt over to this credit card. And then another will say, hey,